Greetings and welcome back to Tower of Time. I'm Caledorn and I look forward to sharing this time with you as we play this game together. So in the last episode we reached the throne, and apparently the main character, which we played as a child in the prologue, has a magic connection with the throne that makes him able to see and hear and feel the same thing as our characters do. So he has sent us on a mission to go down the stairs, which will lead us down into the tower. So we shall do so. As I mentioned in an earlier video, I do have a fear of heights in real life, and some of these heights in this place really is kind of scary. After 2 decades you come back to the tower, the place that had been drawing you inexorably since that fateful day so many years ago. You sit upon the crystal throne. A very familiar feeling comes across you, as if you had done it all your life. You probe the surroundings with your newly found senses and marvel. You move your attention to Cain and Maeve as they descend a seemingly endless flight of stairs. You can see through their eyes and hear what they say to each other, as if you were a ghost floating right above their heads. The ancients must have been powerful indeed to have commanded magic of this type. Yet for all their might and refinement, something happened that crushed their civilization, leaving a broken land as your heritage. You are jealous of the thrill of adventure as you sit here while your friends are walking into the unknown, yet you have no choice. You must stay here and reclaim the surface. However, you also have a feeling, a premonition, that you need to stay here or this mission will surely fail. You shake a gnawing feeling of dread at the immense responsibility you must now bear, and you focus your senses on your party. They have reached level 1 of the tower. Your quest begins. What's the matter, Kay? A little too much pheasant and ale last night? You look a little out of breath. I counted almost 1,000 steps. A simple task in light leathers. Next time you wear my armor, bear my shield and carry my hefty blade, and I'll carry your little bow. Then we will see who's making jokes at the bottom. Thanks, but your armor wouldn't fit me, and I'm afraid a lady's bow need a delicate touch. Thanks for the offer, shield guard. As soon as you're ready then, our grand adventure awaits. A little bit of loot around the place. Before your party stands another teleportation mechanism identical to the one seen above. This one, however, glows with blue light as its rings slowly rotate against the sound of grinding stone. The plaque on the bottom says, Entrance. Direct access to gardens below. Welcome to the tower. A teleporter which links to the one we saw earlier above, yet reads below. How strange. We should go back to my lord anyway and inform him access to the tower is unblocked. Now you want to use this teleporter. What did you say earlier about preferring your good old legs? That was before we had to descend all those steps. That's priceless. So we can fast travel using the teleporters. That is nice. And we can also return to the city. I'm not sure what that is, but I vaguely recall some of it from playing the game in early access, but we will explore that soon enough. Your champions are startled by the sudden appearance of a strange hooded woman with metallic wings. Blue light shines from her eyes and crystals embedded throughout her body. A trail of blue particles lingers in her wake as she moves. Greetings, travelers. Who are you? I am the Tower Avatar. And what exactly is that? I am aware of all things that transpire here. I can feel your footsteps fall upon the stone floors and hear your voices echo through the halls. I am the tower's eyes, ears, mouth and hands. What it needs, I provide. What I need, it provides. We are one and the same. So you see and hear everything we do in here? That's just creepy. My creators were powerful magi. They first constructed my body, the tower itself, then later crafted my mind. They gave me the power to assume this form so that I might defend myself. Then you are a guard, duty-bound to protect these halls. Well met, Avatar. Be at ease, as we mean you no harm. My name is Cain, and this is Maeve. You do not have the power to harm me, but I appreciate the intentions, Cain. Tell me, why are you here? What do you seek in my tower? We are here to reach the lowest depths of this mysterious structure and learn how and why it has appeared within our lands. So be it. I will not stop you. Explore this level as you wish, but be warned. A strange power has awakened old spirits here. The dead roam restlessly throughout my halls. We have already encountered them above. Are there a lot of them here? Yes. They are many and becoming more difficult to contain with each passing day. Stay vigilant. Right, so you can you can save scum the fountains if you want to. We won't do that. So who shall drink from the fountain? Let's make Cain have a sip. Oh, that's nice. It was a gamble to drink from this fountain. Your bravery or foolhardiness has paid off, but you should be careful next time. Some relics you encounter may have undesirable effects once you use them. She's watching us from the shadows. I don't like it, Kay. She is a guardian of this tower, Maeve. It is her duty. Be content that she means us no harm. It's very... Gloves. Descent quest. Explore the tower. That should help a little bit. Your party sees some tattered scraps of parchment on the table, makeshift playing cards faded with age. Whoever the two were playing it were, they continued until time took them. That's a rather dreadful way to go. Oh well, I suppose, if you know you're going to die and you can just play some cards meanwhile. A beautiful golden tree, it is a wonder how it has survived so deep underground. That's a big frog. At the edge, your party sees a small... I just said this was a big one. A small orange frog peering up at you, totally unafraid. They silently bid the creature happy hunting and move on. More armor. Yay! I can't interact with it, but there is some green smoke coming out of it. Oh, I can soon. There's a fight coming up. Good thing the game gives us all these armor items before the fights. Those pipes installed in the wall draw the underground water and channel it into the fountain. At least we have plenty of drinking water down here. Okay. That doesn't really make total sense because of the fact that we shouldn't drink from the fountains. Why is the water in the fountain now? Okay. This is the entrance, and I assume this icon is where we are. Yeah, there's the battle, and we've been up there. My, this level looks rather big. So much death. At least these skeletons aren't the risen. These bones are caked in dust and look brittle. Whatever happened here took place a very long time ago. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind from the far end of this room washes over your champions. Can you hear it? I could swear I hear a whisper carried by this wind. It is too faint to identify. Perhaps it is just my imagination. No, Kane, I hear it too. This place is eerie, too much like walking through one of those ruined cities in the night. What is that? Ruined Tower, day 33rd of Devra's Prime, 125 AS. The children ate the last of our dried meat 2 days ago. Our bellies are filled only by the water we have in such abundance. Indra lost her little daughter and her mind around the same time. No one goes near the place where the little cairn is that covers the body, scarred by the blank stare of the mother standing silent watch over her beloved. No word yet from the expedition. It has been almost 5 months now since they departed to seek the descent to the floor below. We all pray to the old spirits that Sleath and our people return soon. I fear the dark places that some may be drawn to in the nightmare that lies between hunger and death. Even I am troubled by thoughts of which I cannot bring myself to write. Oh, that's very sad. People lived in this place. 125 AS, that's almost 900 years ago. It must be authentic too. I haven't seen anyone refer to the calendar with initials since I was a child. After all, no one remembers exactly what it stood for. I've heard a half-dozen different meanings. All Saints, all Age of Sergio. We have lost so much, even the proper passage of time eludes us. We should look for more notes like these. If we get an understanding of this place, we might find out the whereabouts of any valuables. Mind your duty, High Courier. I thought you left your past behind once you joined Kingsguard. History. I meant valuable information, I swear. I like Maeve. Strange mushroom. A type of mushroom your champions have never seen before, its tendrils clinging greedily to the dank stone. Your champions find an ornately shaped piece of metal. Upon closer examination, they discover it to be a key split in half. Master craftsmanship. We should find its twin under the lock it fits. That gives us a new quest. Skeletons have risen from their graves. The claw marks on the ground indicate that they had been climbing out on their own. Ooh. Syndros. As your heroes approach the statue, they are struck by its sublime craftsmanship. Warm to the touch and vibrating, it feels as if something lies hidden within, something of significant power. That's a stern-looking highborn if I ever saw one. I bet he was really wealthy. Perhaps it is one of the great spirits, worshipped by the ancient. Look, there is an inscription here. To those who would seek the boon of Syndros, 3 things I must require. The need must be dire, the purpose true, and the supplicant must speak his name. Syndros? Like the Syndras month in winter. Perhaps the two are connected. Easy enough. I'd say our need is dire and our purpose true. Well, you know what I think about touching magical statues. Go on, lay your hands on it and say his name. Who seeks the aid of Syndros? I have taken many souls since I was last addressed by a mortal. Where is thy offering? Offering? Figures, there's always a price to pay. Here, I suppose I can lose one of my rings. Place it at the foot of the statue and see what happens. You dare to defile my sanctity with your trinkets? Such things are meaningless. The dead have no need for riches. The dead? Are the risen your doing? I am not dead, child. I am death. Do not worry, you will know me for what I am. All mortals of this world will know the everlasting embrace of Syndros one day. As for those risen, they are an affront to me as well. What is rightfully mine has been ripped away. Blasphemy! Bring me a living thing as your offering, and I will give a boon in due return. Then you shall have the means to deal with the risen. That sounds ominous. Death! What madness is this? I've dealt with a lot of shady characters in my time, but entering a pact with a spirit claiming to be death? There's not enough ale left in all of Atara to convince me of that. You're right, Maeve, but then again, we are on our own down here, and his offer to help us get rid of the risen appears genuine. I think we should make use of whatever help we can get. Syndros asked for the living thing. I'm not sacrificing an innocent animal or person to this statue. Of course not, but perhaps you think too big. Perhaps anything will do. A mouse or small insect might do the trick. Great! Now we're chasing dungeon vermin. Let's look around then, but I'll leave the catching to you. Perhaps the frog we saw earlier might be a sufficient sacrifice. Another crossbow, but it's not as good as the bow she's already using. At least not in a damage per second. I suppose we can go back to the frog and see if he will accept that as a sacrifice. At the edge, your party see a small orange frog. It is the first living animal ever encountered in the tower. Your champion take it, as it might make a good offering to Syndros. Sorry. Oh, there's options. Oh, we'll try it. Syndros fixes you with his terrifying glare and speaks. Such a small life force vessel. I had expected something richer. Yet I will obey the sacred covenant. Take this as a reward and make good use of it. Your champions have received a sword as a reward for their offering. They have the feeling, however, that they would have gotten a much richer reward if they had offered a more appropriate offering. Oh well. Steel Sword of Carnage. Is it better than the one I'm already using? No. I suppose the frog was a mistake then. Oh well. Dismantle item. Oh, I can dismantle things that I don't need. What does it do to them? It makes crystals. And yeah. Okay. Probably too early for that then. Wood staff. Okay. That probably is for a mage, I assume. Yep. Neither Maeve nor Kane can use it, so. Next to a skeleton you see a parchment with an inscription. My beloved wife, I can no longer endure walking through this cursed place. Without you, I have nothing left to live for. Besides, with me gone, there will be more food left for the others. May all-knowing Rethora absorb our thoughts so we can live together in her memory. This is all very sad. This area is clearly not a part of the original construction. Whether from the ravages of time or intentional destruction, the walls of the tower has collapsed here. This is an interesting challenge. Maybe if we just walk all the way over here and they will come to us. Coming from both directions at once. No. Oh, I assume that the game is using the regular color that most game uses, which means that green is an uncommon item, blue is a rare item, and this then would be an epic or very rare item. Not that I need a weapon for a mage. Yet, at least, but okay. Teleporter. That is useful. I don't have to walk all the way back then, since this is clearly a dead end. More armor. Is it better? No, I don't have an armor. That's good. I shall use the teleporter to teleport back to the entrance. Let's do this fight as well. That is a very useful ability. Ah, no, more mages. That wasn't too hard. Oh! That's nice. Let's check if that is a... It doesn't do as much damage because it has lower attacks per second. It does physical and water damage. No, it is definitely not as good a sword as the one that we are currently wielding. A beautiful waterfall. Its heavy mists fall on your champions' faces, refreshing them. I feel a strange draught from this wall. Yes, I feel it too. A hidden passage, perhaps. Look, touch the stone here. Strangely soft to the touch. I haven't come across any mechanisms like this before. So there must be a mechanism here. Upon examining the wall closely, your party is sure it is an entrance to a secret passage. They can see the light coming through the cracks in the stone. And there's definitely a room behind there. So many books in one place. I knew a priest who had 5, and he was considered a learned man for it. This lot is probably more than all that we have on the surface combined. Books? What a bore. Those that do not remember history are doomed to repeat it. What? Something my lord once said. Are you not interested in what we might find here? All this knowledge lost to us for so long. Perhaps we can find out what happened to our world, or perhaps the identity of this terrible enemy that ancients fought long ago. It's not that the right book can't fetch good coin, but finding the right one in this mess, if there even is a right one, I'd rather... Hold your tongue, High Courier. Look, there's someone here. Oh, who's this? Well met, stranger. What? Who goes there? Stand fast, we mean you no harm. Thank the great spirits, I feel much better now. A warrior and an archer, or is it archeress? What brings you to this place? I thought for sure I was the only living soul in this tower apart from those vile animated skeletons. We are explorers, searching this stronghold by the authority of our lord. Who are you, and what are you doing down here all alone? My name is Philetus. Surely you have heard of me? Renowned historian of our day, relentless seeker of knowledge, master archaeologist, author of a treatise on the elven race? Sadly, we are not familiar with you or your writings. Well, I suppose I should expect nothing less, spending so much of my time with elven and dwarven folk. Elves? Dwarves? You speak about ancient myth as though it were yesterday. There has been neither word nor sighting of the races for generations. Fascinating, but I assure you, brave warrior, they do not consider themselves myths. A single scholar, alone in this place? How do you defend yourself? Where are your weapons and supplies? Something just isn't adding up. I survive by the genius of my intellect, Air Maiden, though I confess my true sustenance comes from the knowledge of the tower itself. Libraries such as this. Now tell me, do you two plan to descend to the bottom, or rather the top of this tower? Incidentally, you are aware we're standing on the ceiling, aren't you? I told you there was something strange afoot as we descended those steps. I just did not realize it was literally underfoot. And yes, Scholar Philetus, we intend to reach the bottom or the top of this tower, whatever is your perspective. Excellent! Then we must come to a mutual understanding. Share with me any knowledge and writings you discover, and in return I will offer my services as interpreter and advisor. Yes, this will be most convenient arrangement for all of us. We do all the work, he reaps all the reward. Mind your place, Maeve. It is not up to you or me to enter into such agreements. Only my lord above can make such decisions. With his consent, consider it done. Splendid! Before we part, I leave you with a tome of particular interest. May it help you prepare for the things to come. How unexpected. A mysterious stranger in the middle of an unexplored tower, as if pulled straight from a child's bedtime tale. He seemed real enough, and his skills may very well come in handy, but there is something about his manner, something I can't quite put my finger on. If you always expect the worst of people, Maeve, they will rarely disappoint. Philetus has offered his services and given us a gift. I think he will prove a most valuable ally in this strange, upside-down place. So he's given us a blueprint. Ah. So where are we on the map right now? Forge, that's teleporter. I think this is a good place to end the episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to the next time. Take care of yourselves and each other.